guys, so we're back. We went to my husband wanted to go to a expo, so it was like an outdoor expo here lately. Like Frightmare's coming up. That is my hobby is horror. My daughter's is games. So we took her to the Comic Con to get her New Borderlands edition. And then my husband collects guns and he hunts and anything really outdoors, so fishing, that kind of thing he likes to do. So there was an expo. We've never been to an outdoor expo before. And while we were there, I wanted to stop by a couple of different places. There is a vintage, I think it's called Vintage Room 5 or Vintage 5 Room something. I will look it up and I will leave it in the description. I love this place. I don't pop in very often because it's kind of like an antique store, but with a modern twist to it. So what they do is they take a lot of stuff and they repurpose it to make it new and more modern. It's ran by a lot of gay people, which I have nothing but love for the gay people, the gay community. They're very artsy. I love art, so I'm a very artsy person as well. I like the unique, the strange, the different kind of things, you know. The wilder, the better for me. And this place is just all of that. So I always try to hit it up. And let me just say before going into this, I don't really have anything, unfortunately. Even if I did, I wouldn't be able to show it because I would get in trouble for it. But they're very it's very vulgar, a lot of adult humor. It's a great place, but they definitely, a lot of guy on guy, a lot of girl on girl pictures, just all kinds of stuff like that. It's out there. I'm talking about out there, but it's fun. It's fun. It's kind of dark humor, I guess. I don't know how you would say it, but it's such a fun place. It really is. So first, I guess let's go ahead and show you the couple little things there. Not only is it all of that though, but it's very spiritual and they have like tons of tarot cards and like tapestries. There's like a booth. It's like a commission thing, you know. So there's a booth that has like the black craft cult. I think that's what it's called. A bunch of witchy vibes going in there. Stones, crystals, anything you can think of. This place has it, like vintage Playboys. They're there. Everything is there. I actually lost my husband for about 10 minutes. I was going by and I seen him. I was like, hey, come here, look at these, you know, and of course he stayed there for about 10 minutes. He actually came up to me at one point. He was like, you've got to check this bush out. I was like, yeah, no thanks. But anyway, it's fun. It's fun. We enjoy it. It's fun. But let me talk about this one item really quick. Let me show you how cool this is. And this is the stuff that I love seeing, weird stuff and creative stuff. So first off, this came out of a vending machine. And it is just a regular ass like chip vending machine, you know. But they had different things here. Like they had sex dice. They had like keychains. They had like tarot decks. They had this like daily, what is this one, tarot reading. All kinds of stuff like that. And it's the creativeness like that that's in there. It's so cool. They have like troll. You remember the old troll with the hair, keychains and stuff like that. But it's amazing. So anyway, this was my daily reading. I had gotten the King of Cups. Everything was cups and everything was right side up. But I had the Two of Cups and then I had the Ace of Cups as well. And then in the back of it, it is a QR code. So you get to read it like that. Isn't that so creative? And I was told that she has like 3 of these. One is in a bar, like a gay bar downtown, and then she had that one there, and I forget where he said the other one was at. But anyway, it's just, that is what I'm talking about. You take something that you wouldn't normally think of, and then they create something awesome with it. And the gay community is just really good about thinking outside the box, and I love it. So anyway, I was thrilled when I seen this one. Another thing, I picked this up for my daughter, and it was like this little mystery cauldron. I think this is about $8. This was $2.50 for a daily reading. I mean, I thought that was pretty cool. You don't see it often, but this one was like $8, and it was just a random mystery. But inside of it ended up being this one right here, which was right up my daughter's alley because she collects stones and stuff and crystals. So we have this geode here. I'm not sure if the sparkle and everything will be picked up on camera, but it is very sparkly. It's got the crystals in there and everything. So that is how that looked. And then it had all of these little items in it. So we have like more stones. I don't do stones, so don't ask me what anything is, but there's like a little blue one. Here is like a little charm. It looks like somebody wrapped the stuff around it. Hopefully you can see it. It's just a little star. And then all these little vials, like little vials of different stones and feathers and just all kinds of little things like that. It's pretty cool though. You know, $8 and you got the big geode and everything. Hell, I thought that was cool. So as I was walking out, I did see this. Fun fact about me. So we used to actually rehabilitate some animals, and we had possums. Possums are such amazing little critters. Please don't ever hurt a possum if you see them. They don't carry, like, it's rare when if a possum ever gets rabies. Just letting everybody know, they carry a bad rap, but it's not true. Their body temperature is so low that they can't be a host. So anyway, we love the little possums, and when ours were big enough, we released them into the wildlife refuge. If I have a picture still, I will post them somewhere on the screen, but possums are one of my favorite animals. So anyway, him and his little tomato, they're so fun. It's weird. This is a random video. If you guys have made it this far, man, I salute you. I really do. Y'all are troopers. But this guy reminded me of the Green Mile mouse, right? Does he not look like, what was his name from the Green Mile? He's just like a little brass mouse. Jangles, Mr. Jangles? Yeah, right? The circus mouse. And then my daughter seen it, and she was like, it looks like the Mushkas from Coraline. So it's like, oh my god, it does look like a circus mouse. Either way, it was a circus mouse, and he had to come home. All right, so this next item, I was actually looking at the Black Craft Cult like place, and a pin fell. And this was really random because everything was really dark and witchy, and you know all that. And this one just was not. So it fell like flat down. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna buy it because I knocked it over. I was just so clumsy, I knocked it over, and it was just too weird how this is what it said. Is that not freaking hilarious? And then lastly, from this place here, I keep seeing this, and I was like in a hurry one day, so I didn't have time to like backtrack and grab it as I was checking out. But they had it here, and I actually saved like $6, so I was happy. But it's the Serial Killers magazine that had came out, so this is actually fairly new. I'm already halfway done reading it. It's great. Anyway, movies really quick. I ordered this one here from FYE, so we're just kind of getting into a few random things. I figured I'd pop a few movies in here because I've got like stacks over here. I wasn't a really big fan of the original Martyrs. I'm sorry, I know. I wanted to love it. I did, but I will honestly have to say, like, I felt like both of them, the original and the remake, were very similar. These two were pretty almost identical, to be honest. The only thing about it was I do feel like the ending hit harder on the original one. Whereas this one, what I liked about this one more than I did the original one is that there are a lot of background noises. So in the original, it seemed like it was very quiet. You know, you got your one girl, and as shit's going on with her, you don't really hear anything. And so there's a lot of dead air, I guess. It's a lot of dead air. Whereas this one, they made this one pretty cool because there was multiple, people, multiple girls, and you can hear them screaming from different cells. So there was not as much dead air, if that makes sense. But the original had better ending. It hit harder. The ending hit harder. So there's that one. But it's definitely not as bad as I think people make this one out to be. So I got to defend that one. They're both about the same. Midnight Meat Train. I love this movie. I've just been going and upgrading. If I can get them for $3.99, $4.99, something like that, and I come across them, then I just upgrade. I love this movie too, Sucker Punch. I know a lot of people didn't like this movie. It's like the extended cut, so I haven't seen this one. I'm excited. Hey, this one I like too, and this one's strange and not really horror. So it is Strangerland, and I accidentally stumbled on this movie looking for Strangeland a few years back, and I was not disappointed. I loved both of the movies. They ended up both being really good, but this one is it's slow, but to me, honestly, it's kind of like disturbing in a way. I don't know, it's a slow burn, but you kind of watch this mom like falling apart dealing with her daughter's disappearance, and so you see how it starts taking a toll on her, and she's just going crazy. It's really bleak. It is. Even I think about there's just like this one scene. I don't want to talk about it too much, just in case anyone wants to see it. But I'm legit getting chill bumps just thinking about it. Like she's having to like retrace her daughter's steps. Obviously, she finds out her daughter was a little promiscuous a lot, and she was kind of like living this life that the mom just really didn't know anything about. It was this hidden life. So she's starting to find all this like deep stuff that her daughter was into. She just starts just losing her mind. I don't know. That one was pretty rough, but it was a really good movie. So if you like bleak type of movies, definitely check that one out. Okay, this one is one that doesn't really get mentioned very often, and it's pretty good if you like The Grudge and like The Ring, that kind of thing. And it's called Shudder. Do y'all know this movie? I randomly stumbled across this when I was like in my early 20s, I want to say. So it's definitely been around a little bit, but it's a really good movie. I really enjoyed this one. Alright guys, if you made it this long, I'm going to be dropping a digital download. Haunted House 2. I've never watched this movie, but it was a new pickup. So here it is, and congratulations to whoever gets it. Alright guys, that was all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye y'all.